Today we're going to be checking out the 5 rules of every British pub.
This will be interesting. We already did another video recently about, I don't remember the context, but it was basically saying that there's certain rules in the UK that we would definitely break. And now there's pub rules here. I'm sure that we would break these. We don't really drink, so I can't imagine we'd be in the pubs for the beers and stuff
We'd be
like
there
that.
for the food?
Yeah, the food.
Is there rules for the food at a
I
pub?
don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Let's check it out. Here we go.
British pubs, a key ingredient of any vacation coming to Britain. And today we have for you our 6 unwritten rules that tourists need to know to really truly enjoy the pubs here in Britain. And I
Okay.
think the first rule you need to know, whether you're here in London ordering some pints or you're going up to Scotland to get dinner in a pub, is this. And that is that you order at the bar. They're not coming to your table to take your order.
We would definitely just sit there and be like,
Yeah.
are you going to take our order?
Yeah, it would be super. Yeah, I don't even know what we'd do in that situation. We'd definitely wait forever and get super awkward.
You need to go up to the bar and give your order there. And whether you're going to be ordering your pints or you're going to order your food or you're getting your snacks and your crisp, you order there. Also,
heck
with
is that
pints,
thing?
or you're going to
Like
order your food.
breaded, deep,
this
breaded
meat?
boiled egg.
Is this meat here? Or is that just
Maybe.
bread?
It could be like a little meatball around it.
An egg inside?
Food or you're getting your snacks and your crisp, you order there. Also, when you go up and order, that's when you pay. That is not one of the things like in the US where you do all your drinking, you do all your eating, then you pay
Fine
at the
with
end.
that.
You're paying
It's nice
each
'cause you get to
time you
leave
go
right
up
away.
there, okay? So be aware of that. And if you're gonna order food, make sure you have a table already and look at your table and get the table number for you. Because when you order, you're gonna tell them your table number and then they'll bring the food out to you, okay? That is one thing they do
okay.
do to the table is actually bring the stuff out to you. So remember that. Go and order everything at the bar, okay?
Oh, that's quite the place
Order
there. They
everything at the bar, okay?
got the aesthetics on some of these places. It's so golden.
Punch? Punk? Is that a H or a
I can't tell.
Everything at the bar, okay?
Or a big N, maybe even too.
Punkin Tavern? That looks like
yeah,
an H
it's an
there.
H there,
Punch
yeah.
Tavern.
Now, when you're up at the bar, the next unwritten rule I have for you is you always respect the queue. And you know that is one of the unwritten rules of coming to England and Scotland and Wales.
Are
And
people in America jumping in line when
I
they're
don't
waiting
know.
for, like, getting food or
I
something?
feel like the U.S. respects that rule pretty well. Like someone will get on someone else if they cut in
I
line.
would think so. I feel like that's one of the things in the United States that prevents people from cutting line is that somebody will freak out at them for sure.
everywhere around here is queuing is very important. And the thing is though, there's not like there's one line at the pub for getting drinks. There's gonna be multiple people around and everyone kind of knows who was there before them and they're gonna make sure that that person in front of them is gonna get their order in first because we're gonna respect that queue. So you're not trying to snap your fingers, be like, hey bartender, come serve me first, or wave money at them or your card at them to get them to come over to you first. It doesn't work that way. You respect the queue at the pub. So if the bartender does come to you first, you're like, hey, thanks, man, but actually she was here first, or he was here first, but I appreciate it, because that's how it works, and people appreciate that. So you got to make sure you're following that rule of staying in the queue when you went up there. All right.
That's respect.
Now, the third unwritten rule of going to the pub is that they order in rounds. So if we're going with friends, we're not all going up to the bar to order. We will go in rounds. Like I'll go up first, ask everybody what they want, and then I'll go and I'll pay the first round. Then the next time up, my friend will go up and take the orders, and they'll order and get a round for everybody. And everybody needs to pay for a round. And you may think, well, Mark, I might not be there all night. I'm only going to be there a little bit. Then make sure you're getting one of the early rounds so you get yours paid
Dang.
for. Or you may say, well, Mark, I just want to go out for one drink. That's fine, but so when it's your turn to go up, you go up and buy a round for everybody else and don't get something for yourself. But that is one of those things. You do not skip your round when it's your turn. You don't leave early to get out of it because people remember that. And it's a super big faux pas when you're here, all right?
Interesting.
A lot of rules so far that are just basic respect rules, you know, you're
Yeah.
gonna follow it. When we were at a pub in Australia, I remember that there was like people next to us where they just like one of the people went up and got a round, brought it back, and I don't know, that kind of reminded me of that. I'm sure it's a little bit more similar in Australia because they got pubs.
Yeah. Ooh, some chips.
Now, another unwritten rule that not every tourist realizes, and even some of the locals mess up on, is this. Not every pub that sells traditional British food sells good traditional British food. You know, you want your Scotch eggs, you want your bangers and mash, and these kind of things.
Oh,
And
I've
sometimes
heard of that. I
they're
didn't know it looked like that.
No,
though.
that looks so interesting.
phenomenal. And you'll walk into them and see people already eating and enjoying things. Whereas other ones you'll go in and like, oh, they have food? I don't see anybody eating. That should be a red flag for you.
Okay,
you need to
that's
make
good to
sure
know.
you look at the reviews. You ask people, hey, which pub should we go to eat? Because there's going to be different places they recommend for you to go eat versus going drinking. And that's why it's really important when you go in, look around. If it's dinner time and there's nobody eating at the pub, it's probably a sign that you should order a pint and just stick with liquid diet that night.
Liquid diet.
Now, the fifth unwritten rule is one that will become much more precarious as the night goes on, and that is the toilets will undoubtedly be down a very narrow and steep set of stairs to into the basement. We're talking, these are not accessible. If you have
We were recently in London. Our London series is coming on our vlog channel soon. We were in a restaurant. I don't know if it was considered a pub. I don't think they sold alcohol, so it can't be a pub. And I looked around, where's the bathroom? And I asked somebody, and you had to go down some like circular stairs into their basement. It's very interesting.
And then it's like up to your head, like the ceiling's barely up to your head and stuff like that. Yeah, we relate to this rule.
We had a British experience.
accessibility issues, you need to make sure you know which bars you can go to, because honestly, there's a number of times you're wondering if you're going to make it back or even down to the toilet safely because they're down these little stairwells. So just be aware of that.
And a lot of people going down there are probably drunk.
Yes, for sure.
And the sixth unwritten rule, and this is one that the workers at the bar really, really, really want you to respect, and that is don't linger past close. Look, the bars here in Britain don't really stay open the super late, right? And so when it's closing time, it's closing time. Like they wrap things up really quickly. And if you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna linger and finish my beer, we got plenty of time after this. No. They close relatively quickly and they want you out, and they will remember if you're somebody that lingered too long, because they'll be like, look, you stayed too long last time, you need to get out earlier. So make sure you're being respectful and get out when it is closing time. Also, respect the people outside of the pub. So when you leave, you're quiet when you leave the pub, because a lot of times those pubs are in communities where people live and they're trying to get a night's sleep for a good day of work tomorrow or something else, and you don't want to be disrespectful to them. Anyway, those are just 6 little unwritten rules for British pubs that I think
Basically, just respect the people around you.
Yeah.
Respect the rules.
Good little things to follow, and they're actually like pretty reasonable rules. I don't think there's any rule on here I'd be like, huh, why does that exist?
What if the rule was you have to drink all 6 rounds?
I don't know if I'm gonna respect that rule, unfortunately. Sorry.
We need to go and eat some pub food because we don't drink, so we'll just go eat some Scotch eggs. We just said we went to London. Clearly, we didn't see a Scotch egg anywhere because
No.
that was wild looking.
And we didn't enter a pub. We saw some pubs, but we did not enter a pub.
Unfortunately, we weren't there. We did not plan this trip. We had to go there because we were stuck in the Middle East, and that was our way out. So it was kind of a quick trip, but
Yeah.
we made videos while we were there that you can see soon.
Yeah, in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Heck yeah.
On our travel channel.
Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.